happening, guys? Sergeant Phasma here. Today I'm going to be doing a MOAB with a USAS shotgun, USAS, however you want to call it. So basically, as you know, the shotgun delivers high damage at close range, but that's normally at a low rate of fire. So you have to use the shotgun in a strategic way to get the best out of it. Firstly, you've got to fire accurately, so that wasn't that accurate there. But where you've got a lower rate of fire than, say, a submachine gun, you're going to get less chances to actually get hits on target. So each hit you fire has to be accurate. Secondly, you've got to move strategically. Obviously, it's a close quarters weapon, so if you're running across an open field with a shotgun, then you've got a few screws loose and you need to think about what you're doing. I recommend always carrying something, say a backup, that can give you slightly longer range than the shotgun does. So in this case I've brought with me the MP9 silenced, the machine pistol secondary. If you've got to make a run across an open ground, then you just do it as quick as you can, stick to the corners. Always keep in close quarters as much as possible. So keep to the sides of a corridor, keep to the corners of a room, always flank the enemy, never run straight through the middle. It helps to use some form of detection, enemy detection, so I'm using a portable radar. UAVs will also help. Gives you that heads up. Remember, you're not using a balanced weapon, so where a submachine gun can pretty much lay down a lot of fire in close quarters, it can also shoot someone at fairly long distance. Shotgun can't do that, so it's quite a hard weapon to use. In close quarters, yeah, it's easy, but from any distance further than, say, 5 to 10 meters, you don't have any advantage at all. Always remember though, when placing a portable radar, don't just throw it in the middle of the room like so many people do and then it just gets shot. Put it in like a corner, put it under something. I find if you kind of aim it right into the corner of something, kind of half of it will go into the wall. So as you see there, I've died with 6 kills, so 24 kills to go to get the MOAB. Unfortunately, in free-for-all, 30 kills ends the game, so I don't actually get to call a MOAB in here, but I do get the 24 kills, and I'm using hardline, so 1 less kill. 24 kills will be the MOAB, not the 25 you would usually need. So with shotgun shooting, I would say firing from the hip is the most effective. It allows you to move at higher speeds while firing, like strafing. When you aim down the sights, it slows your movement down, your player movement. As well as that, it slows down your aiming movement. So you can't do it like a drag shot, which is where you swing the sight onto someone and fire as it hits them. With a hip fire, you can do that a lot more effective. Shotgun shells also spread, so shotgun shell isn't a bullet, it's a shell full of pellets. I think about 400 pellets roughly, and they spread out when they're fired, so aiming down the sights is kind of pointless. For example, you can aim at someone's head with a shotgun, fire, and not get a headshot, because the majority of the shells may not have actually hit the head. To be saying that though, like, the USAS, I find, is the most accurate shotgun aiming down the sights. I think it may have the least spread of all shotguns. I love the Spaz 12, but I tried getting a MOAB with that and it's pretty tough. I've actually tried quite a few times for this USAS MOAB. It's really been pissing me off, if I'm honest. But yeah, went into this game and finally got it. So as you can see here, I'm kind of patrolling this area because this is the biggest CQB area on the map. CQB stands for close quarters battle, if you didn't know. And someone could say, oh well, that's just easy, why don't you move out into the harder spots? And what I'd say to that is, yeah, they may be harder, but they're harder for a reason. I have the least likelihood of surviving, say if I'm out on that walkway above the underground trains. I've got to at least put myself somewhere where I've got a possibility of surviving. Because like out there, for example, if I run out and there's someone 20-30 meters from me, and they've got an assault rifle, unless I can get away, I have no option. So yeah, I could take the risk and succeed, but what is the point of risking it? Like, people say, oh, you've got a MOAB with FMG Akimbos or a PP90 or an MP7 or ATR or something. At the end of the day, no matter what weapon you get, what weapon you use, a MOAB is a really difficult thing to achieve. It's 24 kills. Like, one man versus 24 men. What the odds are really stacked against you. So at the end of the day, I'll respect anyone to get in a MOAB with any weapon, really. Obviously, the harder the weapon, the more ratings you get. And in my opinion, the USAS is quite a hard weapon to use. It's quite a tricky weapon to get a MOAB with. I know a lot of people out there have got them, but it's not something we see all the time. So I just think, yeah, I think people should lighten up on people's weapon choices. Like, I'll use any weapon. Doesn't mean I have to rely on any one particular weapon type. So someone who, for example, can only use the ACR or can only use the FMG Akimbos, then yeah, I'll give them a hard time. But if you're a good player, at the end of the day, you'll do well with probably most weapons. So I'm not too fussed on complaining about weapon choices or class selections, unless they're a whore. And what I mean by a whore is someone who whores something out, someone who does whatever they have to do to win. So whether that's camping or using the easiest weapon and strategy set. If they have to do that, then they don't get no respect. So yeah, at this point, doing quite well. Very cautious. Don't want to get hit by predators. Don't want to get caught off guard. Don't want to get caught from behind. Moving quickly. Checking the front. Once the front's clear, check my rear. Still patrolling this area. Obviously, you can take calculated risks, like run out into that area. But right now, I'm one off. Very cautious. Normally get nervous at this point. Final kill cam, got that. Take the mag out, throw it. I didn't really throw the mag, but when you half reload and then throw a throwing knife, it kind of looks like you've taken the mag out and thrown it. I quite like doing that in kill cams. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Good luck getting your MOABs.